However, he sued for calm in the state. In view of the developments, the governor has ordered the heads of local government administrations to immediately take over the administration of the 23 local government councils pending the conduct of fresh elections by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Fubara, in the statewide broadcast in Port Harcourt yesterday, said though he disagreed with the judgment, he was bound to obey the orders made as he runs a law-abiding government. He stressed that his administration would take necessary action on the judgment only after his legal team has received and analyzed the implications. All right, so part of a lot of things that happened on Friday in the political scene, Professor Keeler, the Supreme Court judge has come out. And even though he has said as governor that his lawyer said the certified true copy of the judgment will be out on the 7th of March, which is later this week, he would wait to read it to fully interpret, but he's willing to implement. Your take on this story?
Well, bleak Friday for Fubara, the man, and his administration. And, you know, and the defeat becomes even more bitter when you see the other side, i.e. the Wike-led group, openly rejoicing. I think they gave a Thanksgiving or something like that, and you know, some kind of joy. Thanksgiving. Yeah, so it's you know, it's a personal blow on Fubara, but I think part of this is a chronicle of disaster foretold for those of us who follow the legal side of this, and it's a case of justice against law. You know, that kind of thing that students of philosophy of law will be familiar with, those kind of essays that we're taught to write those days. Because it can be argued that Fubara was playing politics, but was he doing it in the confines of the law? It can be argued that the other side, led by Nyesom Wike, is playing politics, but are they doing it in the interest of justice? These are the kind of questions that we need to ask. In all these, where are the people of Rivers State? This is a question I've been asking all along. There are some people who are now saying that really the Fubara maybe should have taken the proposal, the political peace accord that was given to him. I think a lesson here for all, and we have to be careful, what is emerging from rulings like this one and like other ones is the risk of what I call kakistocracy, a government of judges, not of the people anymore. Somehow, because of the inability of politicians and politics generally in Nigeria to be able to manage their affairs, they are now playing second fiddle to the court. And really shouldn't be so, because for three reasons mainly. Number one, and I go beyond the Fubara Rivers Wike case, but to talk of institutions and Nigeria in general. Number one is that exposure of the court to politics so much is not good for the court, because matters of politics are social idea matters. They're never so black and white. So when the court exposes itself to so much politics, there's a risk that they lose their authority and legitimacy generally. The other is that there's a risk that some judges, individual judges, while some of us are trying to protect them from the exposure, some of them actually enjoy kakistocracy. They might enjoy being the kingmakers. One, because of the power, two, because of the risk of influence. So I think we need to look at that, and we as a people and politicians in particular need to help that avert that risk.
All right. We're fine.
So the truth is that since we return to democracy, and especially in a system where you have unscrupulous politicians, it's going to always be the reign of lawyers and judges. And that's what is happening in our democracy. Any issue happens between a godfather and a godson, anybody can whip it up to the courts, and it's going to be an interplay in the courts as against governors. What will happen is, what I predict will happen is it'll get to a point that they will cancel themselves out. God only knows how many years from now that's going to happen. And there might be two scenarios that will come out of it. Maybe there will be a reset, or there will be constant decay, descent into anarchy, especially what is happening in the system as we speak today. So there's going to be a reign of the lawyers and judges. Lawyers that do not have good enough cases will still push forward because of what they want to earn, and judges will be there to decide the cases. But I think three important timelines we should look at in this case is, there's a federal high court in Port Harcourt case scheduled to hear a suit seeking to declare the seats of 27 defected lawmakers vacant, because the hearing is set for the 30th of April, because in that judgment, the reason why those seats were upheld was pending either the declaration of those seats vacant. Yeah. So this is the suit that ought to have started. Also, the Supreme Court, on the 10th of February 2025, dismissed the suit filed by Rivers State Governor, which sought the removal of the 27 lawmakers due to the defection. The court upheld that the position of the lawmakers and rejected the governor's challenge to their legitimacy. So, also, the court also halted the release of federal allocations to Rivers State, citing the governor's failure to present 2024 appropriation bill before the assembly led by Martin Amole. The import of this is all the things we fought Obasanjo for, and we supported Tinubu about, is now happening in Tinubu's administration. I've never heard that. You spite a people because of the political impasse of their leaders. You spite representation because of the political impasse of their leaders. So, with all those 4 declarations, Wike here obviously feels he has the upper hand. Let's see how this will sit. Anyway, Fubara has already said they should go and do local government elections and things like that, and he's given a statewide broadcast. Yeah. But let's see how this will sit as regards proving the case of the defection of the seat. In a